All right, everyone. This is going to be the watch list video for Thursday, April 24th. My least favorite scenario happened today when the entire market gaps up huge. For a long biased intraday trader, that takes the wind out of the sails of most stocks, right? So you can see we did run, and then there's all kinds of macro news hitting all the time, and it's pretty whippy out there. So it's hard to find, especially when you get a gap up, it's hard to find individual stocks. But I will give you a couple that were pointed out very nicely in chat today. One was PLTR. Several people were posting or watching this, but Mark gave a great idea. After the initial run, it was pulling back. He saw a VWAP there and noticed it was right around $100. He called for a whole number flush, or a flush of 100 right around VWAP. And I mean, look what it did. It went to 99.91 and then all the way up to, almost 104. That was just an amazing call. Let me go back to the daily here. And Sahil gave USAR back through 10. I'll show you that. USAR was on bounce watch today. We ended up getting kind of a gap down bounce play setup. And it held the stop and ran to 1148. But it didn't make it easy, but still a nice idea there too. And we had a few pullback trade ideas in this AREB. I botched one. I ended up green on the name, but the first one I actually bid too high and had to hit out. Kevin P played that beautifully. So anyway, by the way, this one's on watch tomorrow because it had biggest volume yet. Ugly daily chart, right? But it feels like traders have said, okay, this thing's done to the downside. It's up from here. And if you look at it on intraday basis, it certainly had a massive move, right? Oh, it's pushing up again in after hours. Interesting. All right, anyway, so that one's on watch tomorrow for sure. Let me go into what else we're watching. SNOA. It's kind of interesting because it hit 446 back here, and then today hit 420. Back through 420 tomorrow. Maybe we get through that 446 and squeeze a bit. So I like that one. DWTX. Don't love this one, but it's an in-play, recently in-play stock. And today, not the most handsome candle, but a lot of traders watching it. So if it does get a clean volume setup, I'll give it a shot. AREC is a rare earth play. Also gave a gap down bounce play setup. Didn't quite have the move that USAR did. But speaking of rare earth, so that one gave a green candle after gapping down today. So did TMC and USAR already talked about. All right, I already showed you AREB. Also, we're going to watch that one. OST, not that interesting, but you had this big pop back here. Some weird action, but it curled up. And if you look at today, near the end of the day, it did get a nice volume pop near the end of the day. So, put it on my radar. I looked at the daily. I thought, you know what? We can keep that one on watch. Maybe it makes a run at those recent highs. Not in love with it. Hertz goes back on watch, even though it's extended. Quiet day today. No trades in it today, but still worth watching. SBEV. Crazy move. It looked like it was done here, and it's inching its way back up, so I do want to keep that one on watch as well. NVAX, nice gap up today. Big volume, closing off the highs, but we want to watch that one tomorrow. PONY, I think is an AI play, and I think it's Chinese. Don't quote me on that. But big volume and a pretty solid green candle. Ugly daily, but that could certainly, as beaten up as it is, could have a follow-through day. So it's kind of one of my favorites to watch tomorrow. TEM, another AI play, nice gap up, closing off the highs though, but I would attribute that to the nasty market action. I don't know if I showed you this or not, SPY on the intraday, if you weren't trading today. So you had the gap up and then it pretty much rolled over most of the afternoon. And that a lot of that was just due to the tariff headline talk. And it helps a lot if you're trading this tariff stuff. And you're trading while the news flow is going on. It helps a lot to be on some kind of medication. So that's my recommendation. EPWK. This one's super interesting. Big rip today and topped at 999. I wish it had closed stronger. I might have been my top after hours watch, but it closed too far off the highs. And then lastly, I'm throwing bull on watch, which is Webull. It's just, from hitting 79, it's just almost straight down. Just a potential bounce play if we get a bounce play setup. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in the pre-market tomorrow. Have a good night.